and gentlemen, members and friends, it's time to have a chat about Malt of the Month with Lachlan, the bar manager here at Whisky Alement, and we're going to have a chat about June's Malt of the Month 13.84 Midnight Woodland Foxtrot. That might be a tricky one to say after a few drinks.
Yes, it would be. Yeah.
This is not our first 13 actually this year. We had a Blooming Wildflowers release, 13.87, I think around February Malt of the Month, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Which is kind of exciting because I've often said that this, I'm just going to launch straight into this by saying Distillery 13 is one of those distilleries that I don't get too excited by usually.
No, me either.
But when you get to taste single casks that haven't been watered down or artificially coloured or
Adjuncted.
well, then they're different, they're interesting. And so I thought we might have a taste of Malt of the Month. Sounded good. Just check, sound test.
Yeah, you and I have had many long conversations about this particular distillery.
We have, yeah. It's now I said this to Lachlan earlier. When I first read the full tasting notes on this whiskey, I was expecting for my palate not to like it, and that's been completely straight up with you. I was thinking, okay, it's got all those sort of herbal notes and old wood saws and oily machine part kind of things going on. And I thought, yeah, I like that sometimes in a whiskey, but from a sherry cask, I find that sometimes a little bit challenging.
Yeah.
But then
unless it's peated, but then it's...
Yeah. And this one's had an extra maturation in a first fill XPX
hogshead as well, so, you know, more surface area.
It's kind of like, it's very like, I do get those oily tools, old workshop notes, like oily rag in a sort of a sawmill kind of thing.
I was saying this to you earlier. I found so much caraway seed on this, like an old Kummel liqueur, which is fennel and caraway seed, and pink peppercorn as well, and pears, loads of pears.
But I also get this herbal, like Jägermeister kind of note, like herbal sort of medicine, like a little bit medicinal. I get your pears note. That's amazing. Well, this is one of those examples. It's a younger whiskey, but it's one of those examples where I think that initial ex-bourbon cask maturation and then XPX, I think if it was full XPX, it would have overwhelmed the spirit. You can actually taste the spirit quality in there. And the spirit quality that comes off these jacketed stills, these odd-shaped stills, where if I'm not mistaken, the spirit still's bigger than the wash still.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
So it's a weird distillery.
I think it's one of 6, I think, in Scotland that have that.
Yeah. It's unusual, and it's the only one that has that plus the jacketed necks and
purifier as well.
Yeah, horizontal purifier, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, it's kind of a really sort of an odd distillery. That you'd need to have quite a sort of level of craftsmanship to know how to operate as a distiller, but wonderful spirit quality, often even slightly meaty. I mean, like almost like a cured meats, like barbecued meats even.
Lamb fat.
I get that. It's dangerously drinkable. What's the proof on that one? 59.5, it's right up there. Spicy and sweet flavour profile is one that we don't see all too often either. We see, a lot of juicy oak and vanilla, sweet fruited mellow, that kind of thing, and peated whiskies always. But like the spicy and dries to me, you often get that biscuity kind of like milk arrowroot notes.
Yeah,
and I like that in a whiskey. I like that savoury Highland character in a whiskey sometimes that, like you often see out of Balblair or Glenmorangie, or it's like. Yeah,
this flavour profile has actually been one of my favourites as far as the colour codes go. Even Julian and I were talking about this the other day, that usually this yellow flavour profile is the one that we tend to gravitate towards.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I like to call them garden drams. Like the kind of whiskies where you'd it's like take this on a picnic with you. This would be lovely just to like sit back with a picnic basket. Some savoury snacks.
Yeah, sit there with some, charcuterie and some cheese and just
this is
enjoy a day in the sunshine.
Yeah, you could share this at a park somewhere. This would be nice. Preferably with some nice glassware, not just a brown paper bag.
No, of course.
Yeah,
We are right next to Carlton Gardens.
We are. we can test this theory right now. When do you finish? We can go straight away if you want. Yeah. This is. I'm really liking this. And it's a cracking malt of the month. It's something a bit different. I mean, malt of the month for us is something that Andrew selects out for Outturn that can be accessible, can be fun, can be affordable, can be, you know, shared around, and it's one that we've got a few bottles of that we can celebrate actually, you know, offering it up each month.
I'm really enjoying this.
I still can't get over that sort of herbal sherry note, which I love.
There's a buttery thing to it as well, like hot buttered bread.
Yeah, like buttered toast or something almost. There's a bit of buttered toast in there. The nose keeps evolving though. I haven't had any water or anything. We don't even have any water to add.
Yeah.
Popcorn. There you go. Yeah, salted popcorn. It could almost be an oily and coastal in flavour profile. It could almost be, but it's definitely spicy and dry. I get that dry element. It's definitely,
it is really drying on the sides of the palate. And through the back of the middle palate as well.
Well, that's June Malt of the Month, folks. You can try that at the bar at Whisky Alement, open Wednesday to Sunday, or you can grab a bottle if you like, on Outturn on the Friday the 4th of June, which is when Outturn goes live, which is about a week away from when we're recording now. But we'll see you.
We'll see you over the bar.
We'll see you over the bar. Cheers.